Okay, so you guys seen my video before this, right? Now, like I told you, there's a difference between soul and spirit, okay? If you have a soul, right, you are God. That's what a soul is. A soul is magnetic. A soul has free will. It has presence and it has character and it has awareness and consciousness of self, right? Which is the form of matter, right? I can say it in a simple term where if you don't understand it, once you matter, people care about you. That's how you are to yourself. Once you realize, like, oh shit, I'm feeling these emotions. Oh shit, these emotions aren't feeling me. You become God, literally. But there's a certain amount of beings that have it. So if you have a spirit, you are an NPC. A spirit means anybody can control or go in and out of this body. Spirit literally is only involved in religion. It's only involved in religion. You have the Father, which is the masculine principle. That's why the Bible is patriarchy. Y'all gotta break out of that spell. Okay? And that's why the Son, Father, the Son, not the S-O-N, but the S-U-N, and the Holy Spirit. Jesus is literally a trap. I'm sorry to tell you, but Jesus is a trap, and it's actually Zeus. Right? But Jesus is a trap to devour and sacrifice spirits. This is why once Jesus makes it into your heart, which is a magnetic vortex, look it up, which is a portal, right? This is what makes you start to matter and care about something outside of yourself. Okay? Which is a problem. If you give your thanks and you give your praise and you give your belief, because belief literally is destructive. It's destructive. If you give your belief, if you believe that somebody's a killer, they're going to always be a killer to you. If you believe that there's a God and a man who's going to come out of the sky and save you, that's your reality. Okay? And you're going to be cool and comfortable with not knowing the truth. Because that's the whole point, is to know the truth. A lot of people are so comfortable with this reality that because they make money, right? Their matter is into that. Their matter is not in themselves. If you really knew who you were, if I'm telling you, if most people knew who they were, especially carbonated electrical beings, which I can prove that. I literally have the blueprint of the genetics that shows you that you're God. God is literally the only way they can even fathom or explain what the fuck that is in here, in this realm. They really don't understand what it really is at all, but they know how to harness it. Yes, if you didn't know that, you are a snack, you are a treat, you are a harvest through the spirits that come here and try to contain this world. That's what you are. They don't want you to believe that, but that's what you are. You literally are a snack. Now, as for my carbonated beings, right? 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, right? The electrons is what orbits around the subatomic atom, right? The atoms basically are the components that are hold together. That's called nuclear force. The nuclear force is like the glue that keeps the protons and the neutrons together, right? The neutrons is like, so you got positive charge and a negative charge. Proton, positive, electron, negative charge, right? The neutron is like the omni, the person who's not left or right, but it respectively keeps them in their place. This is why I told you, you are God, because you can put God in his place and you can put Satan in his place. That's the whole point. That's what the angel and the devil stands for. Positive and negative. You are the one who makes the decisions. You're omni. When you pick a side, you're trapped. That's the whole point. When you serve outside of yourself, you're trapped. You're no longer God. You're giving your power to something that you don't know. And as for beings of the sun, I'll give you another example. A solar panel. What does a solar panel does? It gives you electricity, okay, from the sun. Just shut your whole factor down. Electricity's free. But you need those solar panels. Nuclear fusion, look this up. Nuclear fusion it's literally what the sun's power is. The sun's power runs off nuclear fusion. Who has nuclear fusion? Oh, that's right. Us. All right. We literally give the sun its power. Look this up. Do humans have nuclear fusion? Now, the sun can give electricity. So what does that mean about you? Oh, you hold electricity. Okay. Who's harvesting the electricity? Zeus. Electricity comes from the ground and into the clouds. And out of the clouds shows lightning. But it comes from the ground. Look it up. Does lightning come from the ground? It comes from the ground. All right. The earth has a magnitude with charges. When positive charge and negative charge comes together, it becomes atomic. And then nuclear fusion becomes abundant. It gives off energy. But it's an electrical process. Y'all think you sitting here breathing off energy, right? I'm gonna prove that fact that's not. Maybe if you have a spirit, you have energy because that's from a spirit, which is a weaker form of God, right? But when you know who you are, you actually know that when you die, there's a reason why they try to bring you back to life. They use a defibrillator, a heart defibrillator. They charge you. What brings you back to life? Electricity. But y'all sitting here thinking like, oh, it's the energy, it's just chi. No, it's electricity. This is why fruit has electrons in it. Fruit has electricity in it. Look it up. Fruit has electricity in it. The sun gives the fruit electricity. This is why you're supposed to eat fruit. And plants, the sun gives photosynthesis to the plant. So if you have a fruit and a vegetable diet, you can charge up to a point that literally will show you that you are God. You are God. I'm talking about this universe is not working for you, right? Because they are harvesting your power. If you give your belief and praise to something, you're giving your energy, your time and attention, and your power to it. That's the whole trick. Every time these humans caught on to these gods and these false deities who are trying to rule over people or other gods, right? It became mythology. And they just changed the names and changed their tactic. Just like our government. They all have a play in all the bad shit that goes on. And what they do when you start to find out, oh, here's a few little extra dollars. Oh, let's make Black Lives Matter. Oh, let's give them a little reprehension or a little admiration. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Same people though is kicking your ass. So the same one you praying to is the same nigga taking your power. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Straw, just taking everything. Y'all have to wake up. You are literally omnipotent. You're omniscience. Omnipotent means everything is you. Omniscience means you are all knowing. And omnipresence. I'm sorry, I said it backwards. Omnipresence is everything connected to you. Omniscience is all knowing. And omnipotence means you're all powerful. You're omni. I just proved it to you with neutrons and electrons and protons. Learn that. That is the new hieroglyphs. Science. Because the hieroglyphs, it was written in stone what you are and what you is. That's what they got it from. Peace, Ashe, to the next video.